Praise be to Jesus. We give him praise and we thank God for his grace. We also thank God for peace. Revelation chapter 1, we dealt with, we unpacked Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. That's the revelation of Christ. So the book of Revelation is not about the revelation of Antichrist, but of Christ. So it means that your focus must be on Christ. When you see Christ, you see yourself. Now jump to verse 10 of Revelation chapter 1. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day, and I heard behind me a loud voice as of a trumpet. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. The Lord's day is like, let's say, a day of worship, a day of gathering, a Sunday where Christians go to church to meet. But when you are in Christ, now this message came to John the Apostle, the one that Jesus loved, the only disciple that was left with Mary at the point where Jesus was crucified. He was arrested and he was in prison on the island of Patmos. On that day, when the believers gathered, church service day, he was in prison. He said, I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day and I heard a voice. But I want to announce to you that when you become born again, you don't switch between in the Spirit and out of the Spirit, because it is easily done when you don't know who you are, because the flesh will always interfere. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. In Christ, when you become born again, the Spirit comes to seal your spirit. So in the book of John chapter 3 verse 6, that which is born of flesh is flesh. That which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Your born again made you spiritual. So when you are born of flesh, you cannot be born of the flesh and born of the Spirit at the same time. That which is born of flesh is flesh. So your born again was spiritual, therefore you are spiritual. It's clear. So you cannot be in the Spirit only on the Lord's day, because now you are spiritual and now you can hear in the Spirit, because the voice of the God comes through his Spirit, and his Spirit communicates to your spirit. So if you are not in the Spirit 24/7, every second, every moment, even when you are engaging in physical activities and you are matured enough, you understand that you are born of the Spirit and you are spirit, you cannot switch off and switch back in. You cannot say, today I am going to church, so I am in the Spirit. That is not maturity. Maturity is when you know you are born on the Spirit. You don't wait for Sunday to be spiritual. Every second of your life you are spiritual. In that workspace you are spiritual. In that car you are spiritual. In a family meeting you are spiritual. Spiritual only means that your movements, your thoughts, your actions, they are navigated, they are directed by what the Spirit is communicating to you. So you move, walk, speak righteousness. You tap into the heavens. So Ahab will say, I stand before the Lord when Ahab was standing before Elijah. Just say, I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. But you must be in the Spirit every day, because a voice must come to you. I pray that it's a season when you must hear the voice of God, because as you draw closer to the end of the year, the voice of God must come to you before the next year to usher you into new things, to show you how to move. But you must be in the Spirit to hear from the Spirit. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. The Spirit of God that came to sit inside you has come home. He will never leave. Therefore, you must be in the Spirit every day to hear a word for your direction every day, to hear a word for how you drive towards the purposes of God. I pray for you that this will be the grace you carry, that you will be in the Spirit every day. This is Pastor Enamadu, and God bless you.